Question number 1. If a cream colored band is located over the fire extinguisher, it indicates that the fire extinguisher is which of the following? The answer is foam. Different color codes are given for the different types of fire extinguishers. For example, signal red is given for the water type, black is for CO2, and blue is for DCP. So the cream colored band means that extinguisher belongs to foam type. Question number 2. Which type of fire extinguisher do you use to fight an electrical fire if a carbon dioxide extinguisher is unavailable? The answer is dry powder. Usually on the electrical fires, we use the carbon dioxide extinguisher because it's highly effective. It's a non-conductor, leaves no residue. So we use it on the electrical fires. We cannot use the water type extinguisher or foam type because of its conductivity and would cause the electrocution. So, but if CO2 is not available, the other options left us is the dry powder extinguisher. Question number 3. Water type fire extinguisher should be used on the fire started by which of the following materials? The answer is materials such as paper, textiles, wood, and other solid materials. So the water type extinguishers, we use it on the carbonaceous materials. Okay. So such as wood, paper, textiles, and other solid metal. Basically, class A fires. Question number 4. Dash type of fire extinguishers are specifically designed in order to tackle a class F fire. The answer is wet chemical. Class F fire involves cooking oils and fats in the galley, which involves high temperatures. So we cannot use foam or CO2 such type of extinguishers. We have to use the specially designed fire extinguishers called wet chemical. Question number 5. If there is a black colored band above the fire extinguisher, what does the color of the band tell you? The answer is the extinguisher is a carbon dioxide fire extinguisher. Okay. The color code or color band black means the extinguisher belong to carbon dioxide. Question number 6. Titanium and aluminium materials can be classified under which of the following categories? The answer is category D. Okay, or we can say it is belongs to class D fire. So the metal fires, aluminium, titanium, sodium, potassium, all this comes under the classification called class D fire. Question number 7. Which of the following colors allow you to identify a foam fire extinguishers? The answer is cream color. So the different color codes are used for the different fire extinguishers. So cream color denotes the foam type fire extinguisher. Question number 8. Which of the following colors can be found in a band above wet chemical fire extinguishers? The answer is yellow. The yellow is the color band used to identify the wet chemical extinguisher. Question number 9. You should avoid using dash type fire extinguishers when extinguish a fire in a confined space. The answer is carbon dioxide extinguisher. Because the carbon dioxide, if you use it in the confined space, it will be causing health hazard. It will cause asphyxia for the person who is inside that confined space, and eventually it may lead to death. So we should not use the carbon dioxide fire extinguisher in a confined space when the person is inside. Question number 10. Which of the following fire extinguishers would you use in order to extinguish an electrical fire? The answer is carbon dioxide fire extinguishers. The carbon dioxide fire extinguisher is clean, non-conductor of electricity, as well as it will not leave any residues or spoil the machinery. So we can use the carbon dioxide extinguishers for extinguishing the electrical fires. Question number 11. While you are using a fire extinguishers containing carbon dioxide, what happens to the nozzle? The answer is it becomes extremely cold because the CO2 is stored in the liquid state. After compressing the CO2 gas, it is converted into a liquid state. So while you are using the CO2 and opening the or allowing the CO2 to come out of the bottle, it undergo the expansion process. From the liquid state, it will become a gas state. So during this, what happens? The temperature drops. So this makes the nozzle extremely cold. Question number 12. A dry powder fire extinguishers can be found with a dash band above it. The answer is blue. So the color code for the dry powder extinguisher is blue color. Question number 13. Which of the following type of fire extinguishers have a yellow band above it? The answer is wet chemical. Okay. The different color codes are used for the different fire extinguishers, and the yellow color code is given for the wet chemical type fire extinguisher. Question number 14. A class A material do not include which of the following? The answer is a propane material. The other answers may be paper, cloth, wood. They all belong to class A materials. So the propane material, which is a gas, it's not belong to class A type of fire. Question number 15. A dry powder fire extinguisher has a dash band located above it. The answer is blue. So the color code blue band denotes it is a DCP, that is dry chemical powder fire extinguisher. Question number 16. The fire assembly point can be the best described as. Answer is an area where you are required to assemble in the event of fire. The fire assembly point, also called as a muster station, where all the crew on board the ship can muster and plan the strategy to be followed, and accordingly who has to do what work, all should be discussed. Okay, so that place is called as a fire assembly point. Question number 17. When you see a fire on the work site, what is the first thing you should do? The answer is sound the fire alarm. If you brief the word FIRE, fire, the F is for find, I is for inform, and R is for resist, and E for extinguish. So the first thing when you see the fire is to inform the others. So that is by raising the alarm. Question number 18. Which of the following type of material is responsible for fueling a class A fire? So the answer is wood, plastic, paper, and other kinds of solid materials. So the class A fire means it belongs to a fire involving flammable solid materials like wood, plastic, paper, etc. Question number 19. Where should you go if you hear the fire alarm going off? The answer is to the fire assembly point. So if you hear the fire alarm, you have to rush to the muster station to get assembled there, and the further action to be carried out and the strategies to be followed as to be discussed here, and the fire extinguishing plan, all should be discussed there only. Question number 20. Fires that are fueled by dash require you to use water fire extinguishers in order to fight them. The answer is solid materials such as wood, paper, and textile. So, the water type extinguishers are used on the Class A fires only, such as wood, paper, and textile. Question number 21. A band of dash is displayed above a fire extinguishers that contains carbon dioxide. So the color code for carbon dioxide extinguisher is black. So the answer is black color band. Question number 22. Fire extinguishers that contain dash have a red band located above them. The answer is water. So the color code for the water type extinguisher is red color. Question number 23. Which of the following is correct when it comes to the type of fire extinguishers you should avoid while fighting a fire in a confined space? The answer is carbon dioxide and dry powder fire extinguishers should not be used. Why? Because in the confined space, when you are using the either CO2 or dry powder extinguishers, it will cause suffocation because it is heavier than air, and also it will cause asphyxia. So it will lead to the breathing difficulty and eventually even lead to death. Question number 24. Why it is important that should not touch the nozzle when you have finished using a fire extinguisher containing carbon dioxide? The answer is because the nozzle gets extremely cold, making it impossible to use. Because when you use the CO2 which is in the liquid state expands into gas. In this expansion process, there will be a extreme drop in temperature. So you cannot should not touch the nozzle because it is very cold. It will lead to frost bites. Question number 25. When do you go to the fire assembly point? The answer is when the fire alarm rings. So when you hear the fire alarm, everyone has to rush to the fire assembly point or muster station so that we can discuss how to fight the fire, develop some strategies, and act accordingly. Question number 26. At what point do you sound the fire alarm? The answer is as soon as you see it. So, the expansion of fire, if you see, find, inform, restrict, and extinguish. Okay. So, the first thing important in the fire is once you see the fire, you have to inform others. So, on board the ship, we have the fire alarm. So, we have to raise the fire alarm as soon as you see it. Question number 27. The area you must assemble in the event of fire is called. The answer is fire assembly point. So, as soon as you hear the fire alarm, everyone has to assemble in the fire assembly point or muster station. Question number 28. What water type fire extinguishers have a dash located above them? Answer is red colored band. So the color coding for the water type fire extinguisher is red color. Question number 29. When fighting the electrical fire, which of the following should not be used? The answer is neither Class A fire extinguisher or Class B extinguishers to be used, because the Class A extinguishers like water or soda type and Class B extinguishers like uh, high expansion or low expansion foam should not be used because both contains water, which is a conductive material. It may lead to the electrocution. So we can use either CO2, or in the absence of CO2 we can use the dry chemical powder in the electrical fires. Question number 30. A hot work permit allows you to, the answer is, carry out the work that can be potentially cause a fire. So the hot work permit is issued when the work involve hot work like welding, gas cutting, which can be a dangerous situation if there is a flammable material nearby. So this hot work permit is issued after considering the surroundings atmosphere is safe